I'm excited to talk to you about an amazing feature in ClickFunnels, Community. It provides you with the ability to create and manage thriving communities, groups, and discussions all within the ClickFunnels platform. Whether you're building a space for customers, members, or a dedicated audience, this feature gives you everything you need to foster meaningful engagement and interaction. The Community app is designed to boost your engagement by giving you and your audience a structured way to interact, stay up to date, and participate in group discussions. Your members can access everything in one place, whether that's joining groups, discussing specific topics, or simply engaging with others, giving them a true sense of belonging that keeps them coming back. Let me show you how it works. Welcome to your ClickFunnels community. To access communities, scroll down to your apps and click on Community. Once in, this is how your community dashboard will look. You will see your community name, a link that goes directly to your community, whether it's set to public or private. Over to the right, you'll see a button to moderate your community posts, access your community settings, and of course, view your community. And below that, you'll have a list of your groups. And just for reference, you'll have one community. Within that community, you'll have groups, and within groups, you have topics. So here in the groups, you'll see their names, their type of access, if they're open, private, or secret, if they're upgradable, which we'll be covering here shortly, the date they were added, and access to their settings, the option to view them, or to delete them by clicking on the trash can icon. And you'll see a button to add a new group. Let's go ahead and enter the community settings. In your settings, you'll be able to add a name for your community. You'll be able to choose a status, whether it's live, meaning it's already set and you're ready for it to be seen by your members, or if you want to set it to draft, so you can continue working on it without it being seen. Then you have the ability to choose if you want to make this a private community, meaning visitors will not have access to it unless they're invited contacts or buyers. Then from an entire community level globally, you can choose if you want to require post approvals, but you can override the setting in both groups and topics. Then you can choose whether or not you would like to send a membership email, meaning an email that contacts will receive once they become a member of your community, which if you choose to, you can edit these emails by going down to your workspace settings. Then in the menu, click on System Emails, then select Community. Here you'll be able to disable it or enable it. You can also hover over it to edit it, edit the subject line, edit the template itself, use a custom template, or leave it as is. Just be sure to click Save if you make any changes. Heading back to our community settings, the next item on the list is whether or not you want to send a digest email. If you select yes, those who opted in will receive a daily email of unread community notifications. However, keep in mind that even if you still have this enabled, each individual person still has the ability to choose to not receive these within their own settings. Here's an example of how a digest email will look. As you can see here, it says digest email for Workout With Me, which is the name of my community. And as you can see here, it uses the settings you selected when setting up your email. And then here we have the community digest. These are just a few of the most recent activity in our Workout With Me community. Here you'll be able to see people who have liked your post, commented on it, and you can even click on each individual one to be taken directly to that post. All right, so now that we got over the community settings in general, let me show you what we could do in the group settings. Groups are within your community, and within groups, you have topics. But right now, I'm going to focus just on groups. If I come over here and I click on this small gear, I'm able to access the group settings. Here, I'm able to add the group name. In this case, I named it Workout With Me. We added a description, such as a public place for all Workout With Me fanatics. Down here, you can select your path, which you will have your domain, and then what comes after the / at the end of your domain. For this example, I'm using workout-with-me. You're able to add your card image or logo, and if we scroll down, we're able to then select the type of access we want. For example, we have it set to open. Anyone in your community can see and join this group. However, if I set it to private, members can only be added either by you or by purchasing through your upgrade URL. And note, a lock screen will be visible to all members, meaning they'll be able to see an option to upgrade. If I set it to secret, however, members can only be added by you or by purchasing through an upgrade URL. However, it will not be visible on a lock screen. In other words, in order for them to upgrade to the secret group, you would personally have to provide them a link. And speaking of upgrade links, whenever selecting either private or secret, you'll be able to add your upgrade link right here. In most cases, it will be a link to an order page or to another funnel. For now, I'm just going to keep this as open. Coming down to permissions, you can choose if whether or not to automatically add members to new topics within the group. If this is enabled, customers will be added to new topics within this group. Then you have the option to choose if you want to require post approvals. In this case, since I have the option turned off, it lets me know by saying post approval is not required. And then it asks, would you like to override? If in previous settings I had selected to require post approvals, it would then let me know that that feature is enabled and then give me the option to override it as well. Once you do make any changes here, always remember to click Update Group in order to save your settings. Heading back to Communities, as mentioned before, you'll be able to see how they look when they're open, set to private, or set to secret, and if you have included an upgradable URL. Perfect. So you went over the community settings, group settings. Now, of course, let's hop into the topic settings. As mentioned before, within groups, you have topics. So let's go ahead and click on this first group. As you can see, it looks very similar to the groups page. You have the topic name, the type of access, the date it was added, and of course the buttons to either access the settings, view it, or delete it. Let's go ahead and edit this topic. Similar to groups, we have a location to add a name. However, there is not a location for a description. Here you can select which group you would like this topic to be in, and also move it to a different group if you would like to as well. And below you have the option to set your own path for each topic as well. Then you have access, which is just how it is in groups. You can choose to set it to open, where anyone in your community can see the topic. You can also set it to private, where members can only be added by you or by purchasing through your upgrade URL. And just like in groups, it will display a lock screen visible for all members. And then you can set it to secret, which members can also join either by you adding them or by purchasing through your upgrade URL. However, this would not be visible with the lock screen. And of course, you have your location here to add your upgrade URL. Then we have permissions. Permissions in topics are slightly different than they are in groups. First, you have whether or not members can create posts. This will allow for an admin to have a specific admin announcement topic. There's also an option to hide posts from the main feed, as sometimes a topic could be more sensitive and you would prefer members to seek out that topic. Then we have post approval is not required. Would you like to override? Sometimes you would like to override posts on sensitive topics or a specific topic for any other reason, whereas the whole group post approval is not required, so you can override it. If post approval was required, it would then say post approval is required. Would you like to override? And as always, if you do make any changes here, be sure to click Update Topic in order to save your changes. Heading back to the Topics dashboard, now that you understand access, you can see here that 3 of my topics are open so anyone can see them. There's one set to private, which is only accessible if people upgrade through the upgradable link. However, they could still see that it's there with the option to upgrade. And I have one set to secret, which only allows access if I have directly given the access to members, and they cannot see it as an option to even upgrade if they haven't done so. Okay, so now that I've shown you all the settings, I want to show you what the user actually sees from their perspective. Taking a look at the community from a user's perspective, it's going to begin on the community feed as soon as someone signs in and clicks on community, or they're defaulted to come to the community. On the right-hand side here, you're going to be able to see what's going on in all the groups that this member belongs to. On the left-hand side, users will be able to see the groups that they are part of, or the groups that they could upgrade to. So for example, this user has access to the Workout With Me community and is able to click on it and view it. However, if they click on the Fit Life Bootcamp private group, they do not have access to it and are immediately sent to upgrade. Below the Fit Life Bootcamp private group, there's actually another private group that the user could not see based on the settings we have on the back end. Let me go ahead and change those settings. Now that I changed the permissions, this user now has access to all 3 groups. And if you notice here, this is how a group looks like when you do not set a cover graphic. And this is how it looks like when you do set one. So now this user can access all 3 groups with no problem. Now another thing to take a look at is that up here, we had some topics set to private and some set to secret. However, if I were to change the permissions to only show this user the public topics, as you can see here, the one that's set to private will have a lock on it, and the other that I set to secret cannot be seen at all. The only way the user will have access to that secret topic would be if they purchased access to it via a specific link or an admin gave them access to it. So I went ahead and gave access to all of the topics, including the secret one, which is why you can now see the resources topic. So when clicking on a group, it will show you the image, the name of the group, how many members there are, and some icons representing each member. Down here, we have two tabs, one of them being a discussion tab, where it allows you to create a post, see all the topics, including the all option, which will show everything in one feed. And you have the members tab, which would allow you to see all of the members in the group. If I click on a member, I can see some information that they decide they want to share. For example, in this one, I can see their image, their name, and how long have they been a member. However, I cannot see anything else because they decided to keep that private. However, with this person here, they did decide to share their information, and you can see how long they've been a member, their recent activity, a little bit about them, and their social media profile links. Now, an additional feature you can see here is the option to edit the profile. Now, of course, this only appears here because I am logged in as this user, which if I click on, it will send me back to my own settings where I can update my information. All right, perfect. So now I want to go ahead and show you how you can go about creating and managing posts. To create a post, click on the Create Post button. You'll then be able to select which group you want to post in. However, this selection option will only appear if you start from this left-hand side where it says Community. If you start from a group and then click Create Post, you no longer have to select which group it's in because you have already done so. Another thing worth noting is that if you select a topic and then click Create Post, you can immediately start with your title. However, if you start from all and then click Create Post, you can select from this dropdown which topic you want to post in. In this case, I'll go ahead and select Resource. I can then add my title. How do you prepare your salads? I can then click down here and add some text. Check out this amazing recipe I found, and I can paste the link to the recipe there. However, I also have the option to hyperlink some text. So I could do click here, for example, highlight it, and then click the hyperlink option here, paste in the link, and click link. I also have the ability to bold, italicize, and strike through, and I can also add quotations. I have the option to add code, bullet points, and of course I have the option to undo and redo. And at the bottom left corner, I can also add an image, so I'll go ahead and do that. I can also add a video, and at the moment of recording this, we can use a Boomly link, YouTube, Loom, or Vimeo link as well. I can also use emojis as such, and if I would like to add an emoji to the title, I can actually copy it from there and paste it directly in there, or if your keyboard allows it, you can add it from there as well. Now that I'm ready to post, I'll go ahead and click Post. Now, since I'm the creator of this post, I have the option to click down here on these three dots. And in addition to being able to copy the link and send it to someone, I can also edit it and delete it as well. So let's say I wanted to add more images. I can come here, click Edit, click on the Add Images option here, and add more from my computer. We'll go ahead and click Update. And now you can see that all my images will be shown in a grid layout. And if there are more images than what it could display here, it would always give that more option here for people to click on and see more. When you do click on the images, you can then click on the arrows to see each individual one. But let's say if I wanted to add a video, I can come back to these three dots, click Edit, click on the Add Video option, and paste in the URL to the video I would like to share. In this case, I found a really good video with Martha Stewart talking about salads. So I'll go ahead and paste that there and click Add Video. Once added, I can go ahead and click Update. And as you can see here, it will always show a video first and then the images. On each post, you can see who posted it, how long ago it was posted, if it's an edited post, the group it was posted in, and the topic it was posted in as well. When it comes to other people's posts, you can like them. You can hover over the likes to see who has liked it as well. You can also comment on them. You can add an image, an emoji, and then post your comment. You also have the ability to click on the three dots here on other people's comments, and either copy the link directly to them and report them as well. And like on most platforms, you also have the ability to tag people by using the @ symbol and typing in their name or selecting them from the dropdown. If you ever receive any type of reactions or comments to your post, you will see them here in your notifications. All right, so now I want to show you what you could do as an admin when it comes to moderation. As an admin, I can go into a community, I can click on a group, and I can access topics. I can then see everything that has been posted in that topic. I have the ability to view a post, edit a post, and delete it as well. When I go into edit a post, I can change the title to it, the path, the body text. I can add or change the image. I can also change the person who made the post. If I feel the post was better fit for a different topic, I can change the topic here. If it's a post in a public group, I can add SEO metadata to increase the search engine optimization. And if we come here to the top, I can also pin the post to the top of the topic feed. I can also create a post directly from here as well. I click Add New Post. I can give it a title, Amazing Breakfast Idea. I can post a link to a video I found. I can scroll to the bottom and select who will this be posted by. And I can come up here and click Create Post. And you'll immediately see it up here on top. If I head on over to the community feed, you can see my post right here as well. If I go directly to a group, you'll see it has the pinned post, and right below it, you will see my most recent post. Now let's say a user reports this post. They will come here, click on the three dots, and click Report. And it will let them know that the post has been reported. As an admin, I can come here and see anything that's been unmoderated, declined posts, reported posts, reported comments, and comments and courses. In this case, I know it was just a post that was reported, so I'll go ahead and click there. And I can see it right here. So I have the option to either dismiss the report or unapprove it, which means it will be deleted. So if I click Dismiss Report, it simply leaves it there as is. However, if I click Unapprove, it will then go ahead and delete it. And if I refresh the feed, over here, you can see that the post is no longer there. As an admin, I could go ahead and view the community. And when I go to the group and scroll down, anything that has been reported, I will see a little note here that says reported. So I could click on the three dots and decide if I want to dismiss the report or unapprove it. So I'll go ahead and dismiss the report. And it removes that notification. So when logged in as an admin, you can moderate directly from here, or of course from the back end. Now I want to go ahead and make a slight change here. In topics, I want to go to resources. I'm going to click Edit Topic, and I'm going to make it to where it does require post approval. So I'll go ahead, toggle this on, and I'll click Update Topic. And now as a user, I'll go ahead and create a post in resources. Let's say I write something random like best chicken ever. And I just put like, I don't know, like some dots here. I hit post. It will post it there. However, on the back end, I could come here and check for unmoderated posts. And I will see that one right here. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and decline it because the poster didn't really say much here. So I'll go ahead and decline. Now back in the community, if I click refresh, you will see that post is no longer there. So let's say a user tries to create another post. And they'll say, what about this? I'll hit post. See it there. But if I log in as an admin, I immediately see that this post requires approval before displaying to the community. And I could decide right there and then if I want to keep it or not as well. So I could go ahead and either approve or deny it right here. And it says this post has been declined. All right. So as an admin, you also have the ability to manually update your contacts too. Let me show you how to do that. To manually update a contact, you can go to your Contacts tab and click on the contact you want to update. Once there, you can see all their information in the overview. We can go ahead and click Edit. When you scroll down, you can see a few things about communities. First, if you click on their community profile, and you can update the items they have selected for their community profile. Below that, you could also see community permissions. You go ahead and click Update Settings. You'll immediately see the option to make them a community moderator by toggling this switch. Now keep in mind, this will only apply to the groups or topics they have access to through membership or if they are public. We also have the ability to add them into another group. So I click here and add them to the FitLife Bootcamp private group and click Update Contact. When I go back to Edit and view its permissions, you'll now see that they have access to the FitLife Bootcamp private group and the topics within it. Now, private and secret topics would not be automatically added. However, you can manually add them yourself. And the same way, if I remove someone from a group and hit Update Contact, when I go back to edit that contact, you will see they no longer have access. And all topics related to that group, including open, private, and secret, will be removed as well. And once again, if I add them to a group, click Update Contact, and go back, they will once again have access to the public topics. If I want to add any of the private ones or secret ones, I will simply click here and manually add them myself. And as always, be sure to click Update Contact once you have made any changes. All right, so now that we're getting to the end, I want to show you just one more thing, which are quick actions. To use quick actions when in your community, you can come over here, click this button, then click on Add Quick Action, and these will trigger when someone either joins a community or creates a post. And depending on what they do, you can add the usual effects. So I come here, click Add Effect, and let's say I want to add a note. I can do Joins Community, and then do Create Step. Then I'll go ahead and turn it on by toggling the switch. You're also able to use quick actions at a group level. So let's say if I come over here to this group, click the button, then I could do the same thing. I could add quick action. I can have it trigger when someone joins the group and add an effect to add a note. In this example again, joins Workout With Me group, and do Create Step. Once again, I'll turn it on. And then also within groups, you have the topics where you can also trigger quick actions. With the same triggers, someone joins the community topic or creates a post. You can also view all these quick actions in one single place by going to Automations and then Quick Actions. You'll be able to view the quick actions in the communities, community topics, community groups, and so on. All right, so as you can see, the community app is a tool designed to keep your audience both engaged and active in a way that strengthens your connection with them. So go ahead, explore the community app. It's a powerful tool that will help you create meaningful connections, foster loyalty, and grow your brand.